Well, really happy with this win. Very concerned with it. Our staff kind of compared it to Drexel last year's opener. Drexel, I think, would have had a really good year had they not suffered a lot of injuries after our game, and that was a hard-fought one for us. And this is kind of the same team. A lot of vets, a lot of experience. They've won a league tournament, and got in the NCAA tournament. And I think this will be a team, if they stay healthy, they'll win their league again this year. So a lot of concerns for our team coming into this game, and we had a little adversity in the first half offensively, and then a little bit more adversity in the second half defensively. And I think that's good for a young team to see how they handled it. And I was very pleased with how we handled it. Have good balance again, 5 guys in double figures, 2 guys get double doubles. We took care of the ball again in another low turnover game, and you saw them. That's a sign of a good team, a veteran team. They can come on the road and they turn the ball over 10 times. So this is a really good win for us. You may not look at it right now, but I know we're going to look at this as we move on as a really, really good win, because this team was scary, and I like what we did.
Coming to this game, if you were to know that we're going to get 0 fast break points, I don't know how many transition points, but it wasn't as much as last game, obviously. Would you have thought this would be a closer game?
Yeah, and is that what they're saying? Yeah, and I don't know if that's true. I'd be shocked if that's really true. I'll have to watch the tape, but we scored 84. I can't imagine we scored 84 all in the half court, but maybe we did. But as I look back at the game, I can't imagine we didn't have anything in transition. But obviously not like the first game, but we're not going to average 113. I mean, we know that. But on a night where, we shot 43%, but we got to the free throw line, we were 22 out of 26 again. I didn't think the offense flowed as well tonight, but I think this team defensively, they're vets, they get it, they've done it a little bit longer, and to still get to 84, and against this team getting the 50s in the second half, this is 3 out of 4 halves now, we've been 50 or plus. I just thought it was a tough first half offensively for us, and they had a lot to do with it.
When they kept you guys from getting out in transition a little bit more than in the last game, what do you see from the offense in terms of trying to adapt to more half court?
Well, and it's a great question. It kind of goes along with the first one in that we have not had a lot of half court opportunities. In our exhibition game, we got out in transition pretty well there. That's probably the last time we've really had to execute at the half court. The scrimmage was a track meet. We scored in the hundreds in the scrimmage. Then we go into the opener and we score 113. So we haven't had a lot of half-court work. We've been trying to do it in practice, but here recently in the last 2 weeks, we've been so good in transition. Now we play a veteran team. They did a pretty good job of taking away transition. Now I think that affects their backboard use too when you do that. So we're already putting in people's mind we can run. And so now we know we got a long way to go, especially half-court offensively. And I thought the second half we were much better. The ball moved again. We got a little stagnant when all of a sudden we didn't get out and get the transition that we're used to. In the first half we got stagnant. We kind of stood around. In the second half we moved it much better. And that'll happen as we get more experience against teams that get us a little bit more in half-court. And I thought Coastal did a pretty good job of doing that. And yet, at the end of the day, we're at 84 points. So that's pretty good offensive output.
Did you enter the second half with a plan to try and feed into the paint a little bit more?
Well, we wanted to do that really in both halves. We did it in the first half. I thought we missed a lot of easy ones, and not just bigs. I thought our bigs missed some layups, and our guards missed some easy looks. So I wasn't so upset with the start of the game. I thought 10 minutes in, the offense was looking pretty good. We just didn't make shots. We didn't finish inside. We didn't make jump shots. And then I think that affected who we were offensively. We kind of stood around and we didn't keep the ball moving. And our constant in timeouts was, guys, those are the kind of shots we want. Just keep doing what you're doing. But we got very slow and methodical in that last 10 minutes of the first half. And that's what our talk was at halftime. That we've got to get the ball moving. We got to get people moving. More pace, more tempo. And I thought we did that in the second half, both inside and out.
What kind of adjustments did you see from Bryce from the first to the second half?
Well, he was one. I thought Isaac and Norman, they made their shots in the first half. Bryce missed a few shots, and yet I thought he did a really good job of controlling things and assisting well. You know, he did a nice job of, and that's what a point guard's going to have to do, and he knows that. So we sacrifice a little bit of his scoring at times because he is the point guard. But he is going to be a point guard that I think can score it, and he really, you know, the team needed that. We had 32 at half, and that's what Bryce is pretty good at. What's the team need? And knowing we had 32 at half, and then what did he get, you know, second half, what did he finish
17.
with? 17, and what did he have at half?
0. I think.
0? So he had 0 at half, so he gets 17 in the second half. So, and that's I think that's who he is. That's his makeup of, you know, if he had 10 at half and 2 assists, I know that it would have been flipped in the second half. He's got that knack of doing what has to be done. I thought his defense was really good in the second half. I thought he's been a little passive defensively, and it was really good in the second half. And Isaac, right until the last minute, Isaac was really good, and that was good to see. But I like what we got on our bench. I thought Wana was good off the bench. I thought Noah gave us some really good minutes off the bench. So we got to have that bench continue to develop, and I thought we saw some good strides there tonight. Okay, thank you.